Graham Linehan, the celebrated creator of the iconic sitcom Father Ted, claims he was dramatically detained by armed police at Heathrow Airport over a series of controversial posts on social media. The 57-year-old Irish writer, also known for the IT Crowd and Black Books, alleged that 5 armed officers intercepted him immediately after his flight from Arizona touched down in London, accusing him of publishing 3 tweets deemed offensive to transgender individuals. In an email to subscribers of his Substack newsletter, Linehan recounted the incident in detail, describing how he was escorted to a private room and informed of his arrest. He insisted the alleged posts, one of which reportedly referred to trans women in female-only spaces as violent, were expressions of his beliefs on gender and free speech, rather than targeted harassment. Linehan said the experience left him shaken, claiming the stress of the confrontation resulted in dangerously high blood pressure and a subsequent trip to AE. The UK feels like a police state run by activists, he wrote, adding that the number of officers involved was disproportionate given the nature of the alleged offence. The writer recounted that, upon first seeing the armed police, he initially laughed, thinking the situation must be a mistake. When they began reading me my rights, he explained, I almost became one of those people you see on police body cam videos, unable to believe what was happening. However, he noted that the officers treated him with professionalism and even empathy, ensuring he was transported discreetly to avoid being paraded through the airport. Linehan has been a polarizing figure in recent years, becoming increasingly vocal on gender-related issues. His outspoken, gender-critical stance has led to social media bans, professional setbacks, and public backlash. Despite this, he has continued to defend his right to speak openly, arguing that his criticisms are directed at activist movements rather than individuals. The timing of this alleged arrest is particularly significant. Linehan is already facing separate legal proceedings, having pleaded not guilty earlier this year to harassment and criminal damage charges linked to an incident at a London festival. These developments add to the growing controversy surrounding the comedian, whose career achievements, including a BAFTA and a Sunday Times best-selling memoir Tough Crowd, are now overshadowed by legal battles and debates about free speech. The incident has ignited a wider conversation across media and social platforms about the balance between freedom of expression and online harm legislation in the UK. Supporters argue that Linehan's arrest represents an alarming encroachment on civil liberties, while critics maintain that inflammatory statements targeting vulnerable groups can have real-world consequences. As the legal process unfolds, Linehan remains a divisive figure at the center of an increasingly heated cultural debate, one that shows no signs of cooling anytime soon.